Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit, I was happy here back again with Parasyte. We're on episode 23, the penultimate episode, so there's only this episode, next episode, and then we are done. So yeah, we're coming to a close. The only thing that even need mentioning is that last episode, Miggy's gone. Miggy's gone. Best character, gone. I mean, he's not entirely gone. There's still essence of Miggy floating around Shinichi's body from when Miggy healed the whole part situation, but they are so small that, you know, it doesn't hold the same memory information that, you know, Miggy was. I mean, it looked like the main Miggy entity sort of did like deflate and go, but I still I hold out hope. I hold out hope that he attached to something, whether he could have attached to Goto or some wildlife somewhere. I don't know, so just to keep him alive. I hope so, because Miggy is his best character, but we'll just have to see. I was really down last episode. I didn't want Miggy to go. So yeah, I mean, I guess it comes down to killing off Goto. I mean, he's in the forest, just living life. He's been in there for like the past, how long? How much time's passed since? Because I feel like Shinichi was in that old woman's house for at least a few days, right? So the guy's just been hanging around in the forest. I think he's trying to track down Shinichi, but obviously without Miggy, he can't really get you can't really zone in on him, so you'll just be looking around for him, I guess. And yeah, I mean, that's all I'm really going to say. I think I'm just going to get into episode 23 right now and just see what we get. So, of course, Parasyte, it is gets taken down for copyright very easily, so therefore I can't show any reference footage, but it is full length and it is timer based, so if you have your own reference footage, you can watch the whole thing along with me now. I'll count down, I'll say 3, 2, 1, play. As soon as I say play, hit play, you can watch the full thing along with me. Okay, so without further ado, here we go. Episode 23 in 3, 2, 1, play. He feels optimistic. I mean, can you see him? Yeah. What's he doing? Is he hibernating? That's what it looked like. I mean, the guy's got... Shinichi's got one arm. So the fact he feels optimistic is... Life and Oath. It looks like it, don't it? Yeah, I never really thought about it before. Yeah, I know Miggy slept, but I didn't. You know, I thought that was after he. After I became a bigger part of Shinichi. It's not gonna be that easy, is it? That was one of my theories. That's not a good idea. If Miggy's a part of him, could he... Jesus. Now he's lost his only weapon. With a branch? You just bite through a... That was a fucking thick branch. Mm-hmm. Decoys, fucking bastard. If Shinichi's supposed to have keener senses, then... Well... An arm doesn't grow back like a lizard's tail does. Oh, so he just decided to stay there because so he didn't have to be in human form. That's a challenge. He's asking. So he didn't then? Shinichi. It wouldn't exactly affect Jesus. Fucking hell. Yeah, that would wind you a bit. Is there a possibility Miggy could have attached to him without Godo knowing about it? Could that be possible? It's a trash heap, innit? Yeah, he said, yeah. I was about to ask that. How is he fragile if he's invisible? What does that mean? Fragile? Interference. There? Has he not bled from other? I guess not. You also have to get behind him in order to do it as well, because he's... He's faster than you as well, right? Apparently not. Oh shit! Luckily that was... Luckily that was the arm that he didn't have. Alright, so you managed to get away for a bit, I guess. It didn't exactly kill him, but... It's alright, you shouldn't be able to tell where you are, right? Fuck. How would he be able to see where he, sense where he was? I thought he couldn't do that. Miggy? Why is that not moving? Did he actually get in there? Was it... Oh! Oh my god! It's a little Mickey! Oh wow! It's a little Mickey! What? How has he done that? I'm confused. How the hell is Mickey growing out of there? Ah, okay. What, from the trash pile? Mickey's back. Go. Oh! Fuck. Jesus. Huh. So he was a part of them then? He must have detached from Goto when little Miggy stopped. It must be part of the trash. Cyanide? Cyanide is, yeah. He's trying to revive himself? How? Oh, they're all trying to go back. Oh my god. What do you do? Slice them up into smaller bits? Why did... Huh. Strange. It's a... If he comes back, though... Well... I just... Yeah. In the end, I think it's just you just have to, man. Haha, nice. Oh, I'm just happy Mickey's back. There was definitely... Okay, episode 23. Yeah, I get the dilemma, because I'm often one that's, you know, I mean, anybody with common sense can, you know, look at humanity and be like, yeah, we cause a whole lot of, like, harm to our planet. We do. But, you know, for the convenience of us living life the way we do now, like, there is no way to revert the damage we've done, and there's no way to completely eradicate harm across the world. Like as long as we live here on this planet, we will continue to do harm to it, you know. So, you know, but I get the dilemma of, like, of Shinichi, like, not wanting to, but in the end, you just have to, because it's different between... I mean, you've got to look at these kind of things as, you know, what Goto wants to do versus what Migi or Tamiya wants to do, you know? Or Tamara, whichever one. Because they've evolved into independent, you know, independent beings, just like humans are, you know what I mean? So that they live life by different morals. At least some of them do. I mean, I think, like, at this point, well, it was confirmed that Migi didn't want to kill, you know, Goto, but, you know, he did say that, you know, it was one of my kind, and I shared that with him, like shared the same body and whatever. But you know, I think if Miggy, I think Miggy would act the exact same way to a human as well. So, you know, and then obviously you've got Tamia, who wanted to research, and she grew to sort of like love the baby that she'd given birth to. Whereas on the other side, you've got Goto, who, you know, if you'd let him live, then he would have just continued to just, you know, kill people, because that's what, you know, that was his way of living there at the end. So, you know, like at the end of the day, it was the right choice as far as I'm concerned. You can only do what's best for yourself and what you think is best for those around you, right? So, you know, I've always said humans inherently are selfish. They're a selfish, you know, species. So, you know, everything that we do, whether we like to think, you know what I mean? Like, you'd be very hard pressed to find a truly, like, altruistic, you know, deed. If someone was to do like something altruistic, like, you know, it's something that can never be proven, because there's always the, you know, if you're doing something completely selfless, right, there's always the argument that can be made, oh well, you're doing it for your own sake, like for your own self-worth, like because it feels good to you knowing that you're doing something good, you know. So there's always a selfish aspect in selfless acts. That's not to say that somebody can completely be 100% selfless in something, because, you know, it can. But, you know, 99.9% of the time, it's not really the case. So, you know, I think, you know, you kind of just have to. You kind of just have to sort of be the, you know, the judge, jury, and executioner in that moment for that, because, I mean, if you let him come back, then you're just, you know, you're basically allowing other people to die. You know what I mean? It wasn't up to the guy that created these parasites. You know, it wasn't up to him to decide that the human species should, like, humanity should dwindle, so that it wouldn't be causing so much harm to the planet and whatnot. You know what I mean? It wasn't his choice. You know what I mean? He doesn't get to decide. So, you know, it is interesting how it came all full circle with the pollution thing. You know, humans causing pollution, that's the reason why these things were created, and in the end it was pollution that ended up, you know, killing the main villain. You know, so, or at least helping to. So yeah, there's some symbolism in that, I feel like. And yeah, I mean, I can't remember, Miggy said it was something like cyanide, but like, you know, oh, we're talking about like almost like naturally made cyanide. He said like something from like acrylics in the trash that has like caused it to sort of become cyanide. I don't know like the science behind that. I do know that, like, I do know what cyanide is though. You people like, there's like cyanide pills and stuff that people take. You'd have like maybe like special agents that have them, you know, to take in case, you know, they get captured or whatever, and can die and not give any information by being tortured and shit, you know. So I know what they're like, but yeah. Goto at the beginning was hibernating or sleeping. I never really thought about it. I mean, I knew Miggy slept, you know, but I thought that was only after he became a bigger part of Shinichi that he had to sleep, because he was doing like, yeah, I don't know if it was like, if Miggy, after that moment of healing his heart, was constantly working to keep him healthy afterwards, and that's the reason why he had to sleep. I don't know though. But as for Goto, like, he doesn't have any reason to, you know. Oh, he must do, I guess, because, you know, otherwise why would he be sleeping? But yeah, I never really thought about it anyway. I wrote down before Miggy popped up that, like, if Miggy was a part of Goto, that he would be able to, would he be able to affect them? And they can. It was more or less confirmed that, like, when you have multiple parasites in one, Miggy was saying that Goto, the head, was able to keep the other ones sleeping, therefore he would be able to control them. So if they're awake, they can like mess around and do things differently. And that's basically what happened with, like, his other form, Mickey, the other guy, because we saw him once, right, and he was very slow because he was uncoordinated, right? He couldn't send the other parasites to sleep, so you had to, like, you know, there was an individual parasite in one leg and one in the other, having to sort of coordinate, and they couldn't properly. So yeah, but Miggy said that they started, like, there was like a power struggle that they wanted to break free because they felt that their lives were at risk, and of course because it was due to the sort of toxin that came from the trash. So they all try to, like, get out and whatnot. That's interesting. I didn't really see what he, because Miggy did mention something about how the reason why he exploded. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, Miggy refusing to kill Goto. That was, like, his sort of Miggy's evolution, I believe. For the longest time, like, I've been saying, you know, would Miggy ever be capable of feeling for, like, another being? And, you know, I always thought that maybe it was something that would come like something that was just a byproduct of being a big part of Shinichi, just like Shinichi lost a lot of his human emotions due to Miggy being a part of him. I thought that maybe it would like do the opposite and go back to Miggy as well, but that wasn't the case. I don't think. I think he's just sort of, like, been around and come up against and, you know, learned things from, like, Tamiya and whatever when she was saying stuff, and I think he's just sort of, like, evolved because of that. I've said before that, like, I think their evolution kind of is dictated by whether or not they are, like, in the presence of something or researching something. So the fact that Tamiya was out there researching all of this about the reason why they exist and stuff is the reason why she was able to almost get to that human level. And I feel like with Miggy it's pretty much the same, you know what I mean? I think he's just been exposed to a lot of this, so therefore he's grown this sort of this mentality of, you know, being sympathetic. So I'm not entirely sure. I think what happened, though, that the little bit of Miggy that was left in Shinichi's body came out of his stump and stopped the attack. And the big part of Miggy did actually attach to Goto. I didn't say it, like, scene by scene or frame by frame, but I'm guessing, well, because obviously, yeah, he was a part of Goto, so when Goto attacked and little Miggy blocked it, I'm guessing Miggy must have been in part of that appendage, and then because they're connected, he was able to jump out and attach himself to Shinichi again. Because when I first watched it, I'm only like trying to think this through because of what Miggy said afterwards. But when I was watching it, it looked like Miggy just grew out of Shinichi's body again. I could be wrong. I don't know exactly what it was that happened there, but I feel like I'm right in saying that Miggy jumped from Goto's body when he attacked and attached himself to Shinichi again. That was cool though. I like little Miggy, like the little. Oh, there was just a little bit. Oh, that was cool. I'm just happy he's back, man. I'm just happy Miggy is back. He's the best character. I love him. But yeah, that is all for this episode. So we're going to get in at the last episode and see what we get. But yeah, that was all. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.